All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle and great millstone, our teachers, and salutations to the icon teaching the truth of the folk on the earth and showing the city, man. This a real quick lesson, man. Just going into just because you could don't mean you should, man. And I came up with this topic because, hey, a lot of things in this world can make you fall, man. Especially women. And we know women is lawful, right? We know certain things that the Lord set up on the earth is lawful. But guess what? Like money is lawful. It's a defense. But if you're chasing it too much, hey, guess what? Hey, these things can make you fall. So just because the Lord gave us these things and the wisdom to use these things, but don't abuse those things, man. Don't give yourself over to it, man. Because hey, these things can actually make you fall. It can destroy your life, especially the goddamn nigga woman, man. If you don't got your mind right, hey, that woman would drive you crazy. She don't play games. But if you have the spirit of the Yahweh Shema Shai, man, hey, you're gonna come from beneath her, man. The scriptures tell you that. But that's besides the point. That's just one example, man. This 1 Corinthians 6. Just because you could don't mean you should, man. This 1 Corinthians 6, verse 12, man. It say, all things are lawful unto me, but all things are expedient, man. So just because it's lawful don't mean you should. Just because you could don't mean you should, man. Because, hey, some things can make you fall. Some things can take you out the truth. Like wine. I'm talking about real wine, strong drink. Not doctrine wine, but strong drink, man. Some brothers drink too much. Hey, some brothers get subject to that wine and destroy themselves, man. Of course, we know scripture say what? Give wine to them that get strong drink to those that are ready to perish. But it's also say drink in moderation. So everything that you do, you got to do it in moderation. Little by little. Or be mindful of the things that you want to do. Because guess what? I'm going to give you a testimony, man. When I first came to truth, I used to have like a little money and little vain things, carnal things, man. But I used to always chase women. I was hot on women and things like that, man. And through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, the Lord came me out of those things. It was lawful, right? But guess what? It wasn't expedient. That's not the time that we living in, man. Hey, to be, and I was very hot. But guess what? The Lord showed me how to control those things. My fleshly desire was ruled over by the Spirit. The Lord had me be patient, man, because certain things the Lord's gonna give us in due season, man. So I conquered those. I conquered that demon, man, through the spirit of the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. But it's just women, wine, or money, or your kids. Even though kids is lawful, but spending too much time with them, hey, guess what? Hey, the Lord is a jealous power. You'll find out, man. These things can also make you fall, man. It's all a distraction to take you out the truth, man. So, verse 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things is lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any, man. So don't let anything certain bring you into subjection, man, or make you stop serving the living power. Because if you know you weak in certain points or weak in certain things, why do you go and test the waters, man? Because it's your flesh. The flesh desire. The flesh wanted it. So you feeding your flesh instead of feeding your spirit, man. The more and more you get into this truth, the more and more you're going to understand that the things you want to do, you can't do no more. Just for a little period of time. The ones that can last out the longest, usually the ones that win. The ones that give into their flesh, it's the ones that lose, man. And that's true, man. Because the more and more you buy into wickedness, the more and more you're going to sow wickedness, man. The more and more you buy in spiritual things, the more and more you're going to win. This a rock. 37 and 27. My son, prove that soul in that life and see what is evil for it, and see what make you weak. See what you know yourself, man. Hey, 2 Corinthians 13:5 said, know their own self. Examine yourself, that you know your own self, man. You know yourself. You know what you're strong in, and you know you're weak. Like, I want to give you another prime example. Gambling, man. I used to be a heavy person. I used to gamble a lot. Now, I don't really gamble like that, man. To a point that I lost my crib, or I lose certain things, or cars. I was basically giving power to it. But guess what? I conquered those things, man. Certain things, hey, see what's sufficient for you, man. Read this again. Hey, Sirach 37 and 27. My son, prepare thy soul to thy life. Prove thy soul in thy life, Salakia, and see what is evil for it. And give not that into it, man. So if you're going to, gambling is always fucking you up. Hey, stop gambling. How about you substitute those things, man? Or if you chasing women, you have a sex demon on you, man. Hey, try doing other things. Reading, jogging. When you get that sensation, talk to a brother, man. Let him guide you through it. Or that wine or anything, man. Because these things can make you fall, man. Verse 28, that's the point. For all things are not profitable for all men. So all things is not profitable for all men. Some brothers got the control and things to certain things, man. But some brothers don't. Some brothers don't, man. It say, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. And that's the key. Because, hey, we are being true soldiers of Yahweh Shemel Rashai, man. And you don't want to put out the wrong vibration or to a brother or anything, man. We are being examples. So, with that, saying, man, hey, don't show arguments the things that can make them fall, man. Because they see you, oh, he doing it. Oh, I can do it too. No. Everything is not pleasant to every man. Let me read that Sirach again, man. What things that you can do, hey, maybe that brother can do, man. It is Sirach 37 and 28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither every soul pleasant in everything, man. That's a plain cut, man. This just leave with this, man, because hey, we gotta be an example. The more and more we in this truth, Akim is looking up to older brothers or even young brothers, man. Hey, being an example how to carry themselves. And then with you being example, hey, you show that brother what to do and what not to do, man. Especially when it coming down to saving his life. This so Lockett, I can't for some reason I'm having trouble finding. This 2 Thessalonians 3, verse 9, man. Salakia. 9. Not because we have not power, but not to make ourselves an example and to you to follow us. Salakia, brother. That's the wrong scripture. Damn, man. Where's the scripture? Salakia. I was trying to quote the scripture. Be example with them that are without, man. I can't find it, but we're going to close with that. But be example for them without, man, because Akim is looking up for certain brothers to lead them and guide them. And you don't want to put a stumbling block in front of a brother and make him fall. So, through the Spirit, Yahweh Shemel Messiah, I hope I made my point. I hope this was edified, man. Because just because you could don't mean you should, man. We got to be more examples to the brothers above us and under us, man. So, with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostle and great millstone, our teachers, and salutations to the Akim, the teaching and truth of the folk on the earth and true in the city, man. Till next time, I want to say, Shalom.